Hey, and welcome to another edition of Kitchen Goat. I'm Jason, and today I'm going to make beef tongue from Weaver Farms. Now, you realize I'm in a different place right now. This is actually the house that I grew up in, the kitchen that I did not have when I grew up, but I'm visiting my parents. I asked my dad what he wanted, and he was like, I don't know. I said, how about beef tongue? He's like, well, I guess. Where are you going to get beef tongue? So I went to Weaver Farms out in Michigan. I got a beef tongue. I brought it here. And I have no idea how to cook this stuff, but it's something that he grew up with and something my mother grew up with. And you know what? I'll give it a shot. So anyway, here's what we've got. We've got a tongue, and it's a beef tongue. So don't look. Here's the thing. Animals are used for our consumption, so I want to create a meal that's respectful of the sacrifice of the animals. So hopefully that's my fancy way of saying I don't screw this up. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cook this for about 90 minutes. So I've got some garlic. See, I'm at my parents' house and I call it garlic. It's actually vampire repellent. Okay. I've got, I don't know where the hell that goes. And I've got my keto free range onions. Now these are out of Pennsylvania, so these are some real goofy looking bastards that we went and got this morning. Let me tell you, going keto onion hunting with my dad at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's extra super fun. But anyway, so we're going to put a whole onion in here. I've got a couple of carrots, and we've got some salt that I'm going to add, and some peppercorns. Now, here's the thing. You know, everybody's sitting there going, oh my God, it's beef tongue. Well, here's what you got to understand. Back in the 1950s, after World War II, beef tongue was a cheap way for the American housewife to create a meal with beef. Now, I'm going to show you what this is. If you don't like it, turn it off. I don't care. But people eat beef tongue. That's the way it is. And I'm thankful for Weaver Farms for providing this. So, we've got a 2-pound beef tongue that if you fold it over like this, oh, it looks like a beef tenderloin. It's right in there. Now, I'm going to wash my hands, and we're going to cook this for about 90 minutes. So, all right, so here's the thing. Food is about bringing people together and bringing back memories. This is something that my dad remembers. My grandfather used to love making tongue sandwiches. My mother remembers my grandfather enjoying tongue sandwiches. And today, do I know if I'm going to make a sandwich? I don't have a clue. But we're going to cook this up. So I put all this stuff together, and it's supposed to be enough to cover said meat. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook this for 90 minutes. We're going to let it aspirate naturally. And the best part about this, supposedly it makes the world's best beef stock. And we'll be back in about 90 minutes. All right, so we're back. We're not in my kitchen, we're in my parents' kitchen, and we're getting ready for our special Halloween edition. Who am I kidding? Regular edition of Cooking with the Kitchen Goat. So, after an hour and a half, natural pressure. This, I'm going to tell you this stuff. I'm going to try this out. As far as stock goes, I think it'd be great. Here's beef tongue. I want people to understand something. When you cook something, you have to understand that this animal has given itself so you could nourish your body. That's exactly how I feel about it. Now, I'm going to cut this up. I probably haven't had beef tongue since I don't know, maybe I was 5, 6 years old. But I'm going to try it out. And what's the worst that can happen? I always give people honest reviews. I'll give it a shot. You're supposed to be able to peel it off. It's going to have to cool. This is an honest review. If I didn't know that this was beef tongue, I'm dead serious. You guys need to see the look on my wife's face right now, 'cause she's crying. But if I didn't know this was beef tongue, I would serve this over potatoes with a little gravy. 'Cause I mean, that's it's tender meat. We're gonna wait because I gotta peel it. And I'm going to use some magic because I don't think I can do this myself. So we're going to get my wife or my parents to do off-camera stuff, and we'll be back. All right, so like I said, in all seriousness, this is a serious recipe. This animal, this is food. Just because we might not like it or we might think it's weird doesn't mean that it's not served elsewhere in the world. So what I did was I took a paring knife, I held it down and sliced it through. So we're going to slowly remove the outer membrane. All right. We're going to remove all the membrane here. And like I said, if you look at this from the underside, it looks like neck meat. And it tastes like beef, because it is beef. Now, it's very good. What I would do is I would serve it over mashed potatoes with gravy and string it out like this. But what we're going to do is we're going to put a little open-faced sandwich with a little bit of juice, and we'll try it out with that. We'll be right back. All right, so enough with being serious about stuff. I just wanted to illustrate that just because we might think something looks a little weird, that, people are weird for eating it. Absolutely not. I'm just going to take a little bit of this beef, and this is something that I may not have used this part of the cow, but I've had open-faced sandwiches before. And this is going to be something easy. This is going to be using some of our flavorful stock. little juice on top. And am I going to make a sandwich out of it? You know what? Why not? So, all right. This is very intense shredded beef. Very, very flavorful. I'm serious. I would put it over gravy. I mean, this is fabulous. Now I know why my dad ate it a lot as a kid. It was cheap. It was unwanted. And it's flavorful. You might have heard this before. Up until the 1980s, chicken wings were next to nothing. So, give this a shot. I mean, try it once, go from there. But remember, be kind, be excellent to each other, and have a great day. I'll catch you soon.